Hey guys, David Patrick Green here, just changing up the camera angles a little bit here. Got some new merch on the site now, teespring.com/hackhollywood. So check that out, teespring.com/hackhollywood. Of course, check out my website if you want to actually learn how to become a professional actor. That's literally what I do. Is I went through everything that you have gone through, you are going through, anything that you find upsetting. I have lived through it 100% personally myself, okay? So I know what you're going through, and I have the cures to all your problems because I had to deal with these things, and now I have recurred on 6 different TV series. I've been in some of the biggest blockbuster movies. I get hired over and over and over again by the same people for the simple reason that they know when I show up, I'm going to bring them the real me, and they don't have to tell me what to do. Okay, so today I just wanted to talk to you about what I learned from Tariq Trotter of The Roots, because we were in an acting class together. It was also the same acting class that Leslie Mann / Apatow was in. And it was interesting because Leslie and Tariq were in a scene together, but they had, completely different takes on the scene, and they hadn't practiced together. So it's really interesting when two people show up to do something together, but they haven't practiced it. But if they are good actors, it doesn't matter if they've practiced together, because in the real acting world, you don't get to practice together. You're lucky if you get a rehearsal right before you shoot. Okay, so what I learned from Tariq is, and I asked him about this too, because I actually was helping administer the class. I was organizing it and contacting all the actors and selling it as well. But so I was talking to Tariq, and we talked about the scene, and I was helping him set it up, and he goes, I need this there, and I need this, and he wasn't looking at his lines. And at the time, I was just constantly looking at my lines and, constantly terrified I'm going to forget a word or something like that. And he seemed really relaxed, and I'm like, hey, aren't you worried about how this is going to go? He's like, what do you mean? Right? I love it when people go, what do you mean? There's just people out there that aren't scared. Like, what is there to be scared of? They're just like, it's just acting, man. I'm just gonna get up there and do my thing. Like, he's read it, he knows what's going on. It was a meeting, it was from a fairly significant play at the time, and he knew what it was about. I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna talk to this girl, so whatever she does, I'm just gonna respond to it, right? Like, I got some words to say, but I'm just going to respond to whatever is happening. And, I've got my perspective. And so what's the big deal? And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. But I'm just going to go back to being nervous Nelly and terrified of everything, if that's okay with you. But that's really what I learned from him, is that this is no big deal. It's just acting. And in fact, if you make it a big deal, you make it much worse for yourself. You're not helping anyone. You're not helping yourself with, obviously, your performance, because it's in your head. Oh my gosh, am I going to fail? Like, what am I going to do if I forget a word? Are they going to hate me? I'm not going to get the job. I don't even know my lines. I've only had this material for 6 hours. How could I possibly know my lines? I'm going to forget my lines, right? And that's what we are thinking, a lot of us. So what I think is really just helpful is to take an approach like someone like Tariq, who has had massive success as a musician, obviously on, Jimmy Fallon, The Tonight Show. I mean, the guy's world famous, known around the world by millions and millions of people. And he knows every time he gets up there, he's going to improvise, right? Because they're going to say, hey, give me a beat to this. And he doesn't go, oh my gosh, you just sprung that on me, and what am I gonna do? He doesn't do that. He's just like, okay, Jimmy, I'm gonna give you the beat that I think you want. Right? And he's gonna give it to them, and they're either gonna go, no, a little more this or a little more that, or he's gonna like it, or it's good enough, whatever. You just do it, because you don't know what the result will be until you try to give them what you think it should be. Like, you give them your impression, your interpretation, and then they go yes or no. That's it. So don't worry about it. Trust your instincts. Learn to do the first thing that comes to mind, because your instincts are made up of all of the universe's learnings and information and knowledge and all of your genetic programming and your genetic code, all the stuff you were taught by your parents, you want to kind of forget that. You want to go by the universal instincts, like the stuff, like if you see something coming towards you, it looks like it's going to hit you and kill you, jump out of the way. Don't go, is this an illusion? Well, I could lie down or I could try to jump over it. You know, don't have a thought process about stuff. Just do it. Don't worry about the consequences. Just do it. Because at least you did something. If you stand there like a deer in the headlights, that's why deers get hit. They get in front of a car and then they freeze. I don't know what to do right now because that looks like an alien spaceship coming after me. Are they going to take me away and give me an anal probe? I don't know. So guys, Tariq Trotter of The Roots, just let it go, man. What's the big deal? He didn't even understand my question. You know, why aren't you doing this? What do you mean? Okay, so that's what you should be asking yourself when you have all these thoughts in your head. Oh, should I do this or should I do that? You should say to the questioning side of yourself, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Get out of your head. Just do it, man. Just do it, ladies, and those who are in between or who choose another gender identification. Just do it. Don't worry about it. In fact, I think people that are really small minorities, because there's no one to identify with, they are able to just be themselves. I mean, courage to those people who say, I just can't deal with the way everybody wants me to be. Like, they want me to wear jeans, I want to wear a dress. You know, they want me to cut my hair short, I want to wear it long. Like that, we think that takes such courage, but to them it's like, I can't be any other way. I just have to do that, because if it was about courage, nobody would ever do it. Like, nobody would get a sex change if it was about bravery. Who would want to subject themselves to that kind of torment and ridicule, you know, that a lot of people are going to give them? So that is really the lesson from Tariq and all those people who feel compelled to just do what they have to do. That's what we all need to learn. Okay, guys, let me know what you think. What are you going to do to try and be more yourself, to try and let it go more? How are you going to follow in the footsteps of great people like Tariq Trotter, who are known by millions and yet can stand up in front of millions and make a decision like that and not worry about the consequences? Because if somebody tells them, hey, do it a little more this way, they can go, okay. And even then, when they try to do it a little more that way, it may not be right. So you never know how it's going to go until you do it. So just do it. All right, guys, teespring.com, Hack Hollywood, hackhollywood.com. If you want to become a professional actor, doesn't matter what level you're at, I will get you from where you are now to where you want to go without making all the mistakes that I made and without wasting thousands and thousands of dollars and years of my life. Okay. I will save you years of your life and thousands of dollars. I will talk to you soon.